slight adjustment. Good afternoon, Ms. Ellis.
Good afternoon.
Your lawyer showed you photos of the building that you were working on at as a security guard in February 2018. Do you know the name of the building?
I don't know the name.
Was it Beverly Hills Medical Center?
It could have been, yes.
Yeah, it was a medical facility, right?
Yes.
And the incident that you claim happened that day happened at approximately 1:30 p.m.?
Approximately, yes.
And you knew at the time, when you saw Cardi B, that she was going to a medical appointment, correct?
I didn't know where she was going, but she was at the building.
And you understood that she was going to a medical appointment, right?
She was going to an appointment, yes.
And it was a medical building, right?
Yes.
And your deposition was taken, and you said that you testified under oath in your deposition. Let me ask, do you remember your deposition was taken in this action?
Yes.
Do you remember taking an oath at the deposition to tell the truth?
Yes.
And that under the same penalties of perjury that apply in this courtroom, for example, correct?
Yes.
And you testified that you understood when you saw Cardi B that she was going to a medical appointment, right?
Yes.
Now, after this incident, you talked to your supervisor at Allied, right?
Yes.
And she told you to submit a incident report, correct?
Yes.
And you emailed an incident report to your supervisor 2 days later, right?
I don't know about 2 days, but I sent it to her, yes.
Yes. And it was by email.
I'm not sure how she received it.
Your Honor, if we may, I'd like to show the witness the incident report that she did not produce in discovery.
I wanted to refresh your recollection.
I would object to that based on authenticity. It's not her document.
I think admitted you refresh my recollection. It's over with.
This is a document that we got from Allied pursuant to a trial subpoena. And it's not in the book. So let me provide a copy. Should I hand it to the clerk?
You can push.
I'm sorry? Oh, thank you, Ron. Just to make sure. There you go. Does that refresh your memory that you sent an email to your supervisor on February 26, 2018?
Okay.
Do you recall that now?
I don't, but I'm looking at what you gave me.
And that's your email address, right?
Yes.
And it's addressed to your supervisor, Jaffa?
Yes.
And it's dated February 24, 2018? Oh, I apologize. It's dated February 26, 2018, and the subject is 224-18 incident report. You see that?
Okay. I see
Ma'am?
it, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, before we talk more about that incident report, do you remember receiving in this case discovery requests that you had to verify under oath, where people asked you questions and about documents?
I'm not sure.
Well, let's see if we can refresh your recollection. With client's response.
Which one is it?
If I may, Your Honor, to explain to counsel that it's plaintiff's response and objection to defendant Cardi B's demand for production of documents, set 2. And may I approach?
Sure.
Thank you. Look to the last 2 pages. Is that a verification by you, signed by you, under oath, that the statements in the response, excuse me, are true and correct?
I'm sorry, were you asking me?
Is that your signature on the last page here?
Yes.
And you verified that, you signed stating that under penalty of perjury, the statements in the document are true, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, please look at it. If you could please look at pages 5 and 6. That plaintiff has no emails related to this lawsuit.
Are you asking me about this email on the paper?
I'm asking you about the response. You made a discovery in this case stating that under oath you have no emails that relate to this incident. Is that
Well, that's
correct?
correct. I don't have access to this email anymore.
Okay. So you're, well, okay. Let's go back. Actually, we have one other response, another sworn response. Your Honor, I would like to show the witness plaintiff's responses to defendant Cardi B's special interrogatories, which rather than asking for documents, ask for information. May I approach?
Go ahead.
Where's the date of the document?
It was served on January 3rd, 2024, and the verification is dated January 30, 2024. Yeah? Well. And that's your signature at the last page, verified under oath that the statements in the document are true and correct?
It's my signature, yes.
Okay, and you understood that you were verifying under oath that the statements in that document were correct?
Yes.
Okay. And in that document as well, you said you had no emails related to this incident, this lawsuit, right?
I'm not sure if I said that in this document, but
Could you please look at pages 4 to 5? In fact, you say it 5 times. If memory serves, it's in bold.
okay.
And you never produced the email that you sent to your supervisor on February 26 in 2018 in this lawsuit, did you?
I don't have access to that email, sir.
My question to you is, did you ever produce that email?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Did you ask, you had discovery obligations, Miss, did you ask Allied for a copy of the email that you are now testifying you couldn't access?
I wasn't in communication with Ally.
Okay, so let's talk about what you said on the email to your supervisor 2 days after the incident. If you look at page 1, it states that you were the daytime guard on duty at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard. You were on patrol, and I had, quote unquote, I had 2 cell phones, the work phone and also my personal phone. I had my cell phone to my ear. Do you see that language?
Okay.
Do you see the language?
I see it, yes.
And you wrote that 2 days after the incident?
I don't remember writing this, but if this is what you have, then
Your Honor, I would ask that you read the whole sentence for completeness.
Well, I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know that, but to the extent.
Well, that's the portion I intend to read. I mean, he's welcome to read whatever he wants to read.
Well, he's just reading half a sentence. It would be unfair for him.
Why don't you provide a copy?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me actually include the declaration that came with it of Allied.
Sorry.
Too much stuff. Can we talk about the first paragraph?
It does appear to be a narrative, so if you want to read everything in context, that would be great.
Should I read it, or are you asking her to read it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. And just that sentence, Your Honor?
Just read it. Whatever it is, make sure it's just in context.
Okay, thank you. Again, the context is that you state in this that you are a daytime guard on duty at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard. Per usual, I was conducting a routine patrol of the building premises, and as part of that patrol, I checked the rooftop, all tenant levels, and parking garages. At approximately 13:30 hours, and just to clarify, that is 1:30, correct?
Yes.
I was finishing a patrol on the 5th floor of the building. In my hand, I had 2 cell phones, the AUS work phone, and I also had my personal cell phone. I held my cell phone to my ear, checking my voicemail because my mother is recovering from cancer and is in chemotherapy, so sometimes I don't get the calls and have to check the voicemails. You remember that?
I'm reading it with you, yes.
And are you telling me you have no recollection of this 2-page email detailing the event that you've sued over?
I remember writing an incident report and sending it over.
Well, do you recall also that you produced in this case your T-Mobile cell phone records, correct?
Yes.
And if I could, I believe that's something we can display because it is an exhibit.
Can you share, Your Honor, may I ask if they can share the exhibit number, please?
So why don't we, just to move things along, why don't we take our afternoon break now? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take an afternoon break. Since we have a couple things to discuss and I need to give the court reporter some time off, why don't we resume back at 3:15? In the meantime, please do not discuss the case with anyone, including other jurors. Don't formulate opinions or do any research about the case. We will see you at 3:15. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're back in the record in the Ellis matter. Counsel and the parties are present, as are the members of our jury. Ms. Ellis, you're on the stand, and you're reminded you're still under oath?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You want to resume your cross-exam?
Yes, thank you. Okay, let's back up just a little. 1 second. So, on that day in February of 2018, when you were on duty as a security guard, you were wearing black boots, right?
Yes.
And you testified earlier when your counsel was asking you questions that you had a earpiece and you were checking voicemail. Well, I'm sorry, I mistaken. That you had an earpiece in your head when you saw Cardi B, right?
Yes.
And you were, but then in the incident report, we saw that you wrote that you had your phone to your ear, correct?
Okay.
Is that correct, ma'am?
That's what it says on the paper, yes.
Yes. And if you look at that incident report at the very top, it says from Emani Ellis, Emani Ellis at gmail.com. That's your personal email account, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is doing incident reports a normal practice in the security guard business?
When something happens, yes.
In fact, you do daily activity reports as a security guard?
Yes.
So the reports are very important, right?
Yes.
And in the incident report, when you were reporting back to your supervisor, you said that you were checking your voicemail, right?
That's what the email says.
The email that bears your name, right? Reporting on the incident that you have sued over.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. If we could turn in the blue book to File Exhibit 200. You see it?
Yes.
And that's a letter from your lawyer to me.
Okay.
Is that correct, Ann?
Yes.
And if you go to the page that has a lot of blacked out entries, is it correct that that is a portion of your T-Mobile invoice, including for February 24, 2018?
Yes.
And you see that at 1:30, you received a call, and that lasted, what, 22 minutes?
Objection, Your Honor. The document does not say 1:30.
Well, maybe my glasses are, I need to get a new prescription. Do you see the entry? It's 1:10 p.m. for 22 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, that was a phone call that you received and talked on the phone for 22 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. And at 1:40, you made an 8-minute phone call?
Yes.
Okay. And whose phone number is that?
Which time are you referring to?
310-403-3656.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yes, absolutely. I apologize. 310-403-3656.
I don't know who the number belongs to, but it's probably a family member of mine.
Is that Nicholas Jackson's phone number?
Probably yes.
When you saw Cardi B, you said something to the effect of, wow, that was Cardi B?
Something to the effect of that.
And at that point, as a security guard, you knew it would have been improper for you as a security guard to tell people that Cardi was a patient at a medical facility, correct?
I didn't tell anyone that I saw her.
Could you please answer the question, though? I can repeat it if you like.
Okay.
Isn't it true that as a security guard who had been trained, as you said, and worked for 4 years, you knew it would have been improper for you to tell people that Cardi B was a patient at a medical facility?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled. An answer.
It would be improper, but I did not tell anyone I saw her.
Move to strike everything after improper.
So ma'am, I just want you to answer the question, okay? Don't,
Oh.
if you can answer the question with a yes or no question, please answer yes or no.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understood when you saw Cardi B that she thought that you were using your phone to tell people that she was at a medical facility, correct?
Yes.
And as I understand it, you denied that you used your cell phone to photograph or film Cardi B on that day. Is that correct?
That's not true. I didn't record her or film her.
The question was, is it correct that you deny using your personal cell phone to photograph or videotape Cardi B on February 24, 2018?
Yes.
Objection, begging of the viewers.
Overruled.
And isn't it correct that you don't have that phone, right? You no longer have that phone. You disposed of it. You can't show us that phone and show that you don't have any photographs or videos of Cardi B. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And rather than simply leaving, you stepped out of the elevator and told Cardi B to repeat what she said. Say it again. Isn't that what you did?
No.
Well, if we look at the incident report, quote, you see in the second paragraph, I stepped out of the elevator and asked her to repeat what she said to me, and so she did, angrily putting her finger in my face and yelling at me. Do you see that?
I stepped out of the elevator to clarify.
And you told her, say that again, right?
I don't remember saying say that again.
And your testimony was that you and Cardi B yelled at each other for 30 seconds?
She yelled at me. My voice was firm because I was upset.
Are you denying that you testified at your deposition and stated to Dr. McKenzie that you were yelling and cursing at Cardi B?
I'm not denying it. I just wanted to clarify.
then, as you were yelling at Cardi B and people stepped out of her doctor's office, one of them stepped in between you to separate you two. Isn't that correct?
Yes, because she was in my face.
And the people came out of the woman's care doctor's office?
Employees came out from the 5th floor. I would assume they were from women's care.
And the woman who stepped in between you came out of that office?
I believe it was her, yes.
And you testified in your deposition that Cardi B spit at you after the other people came out of the doctor's office. Isn't that correct?
She did.
Move to strike as non-responsive. And if
Why don't you just clarify the question? 'Cause
you testified at your deposition under oath, you said at that point that Cardi B spit at you after the other people came to intervene in the argument. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And yet, in the report, you state I advised Cardi B that she needed to get her finger out of my face because I had not did anything to her. She then responded by spit at me. That's how it's spelled. And as a result, I became angry and yelled out to her to leave me alone and go on about her business. A few moments later, I remember a few people coming out and trying to separate us. That's what you said in your email, correct? 2 days after.
Correct.
And you stated in your incident report that Cardi B's nails were 3 inches long that day.
They were.
Your Honor, if we could ask for an admonition for the witness to answer the questions I'm asking.
Yeah, so please just focus on the question and answer the question that's asked.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the question is, you claimed in the incident report that Cardi's nails were 3 inches long that day. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And you testified at your deposition that Cardi pointed her fingernail at your face, right?
Yes.
And you state in your February 26, 2018 incident report, bear with me for a second, I marked a copy of this one and I didn't bring it with me. You state in your incident report that she scratched you on your nose, right?
Objection, misstates the testimony of the witness.
Well, it's contrary to the, sorry, Your Honor.
Overruled.
You testified in this trial, that Cardi B cut your cheek. Yet you stated in your email to your supervisor on February 26, 2018, that Cardi B cut you on the nose. Isn't that true?
Objection, misstates the testimony.
Overruled.
She put her finger in my face.
Okay, first of all, you have testified here today under oath that Cardi B, 7 years later, that Cardi B cut your cheek, your left cheek. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And you state in your report 2 days after the incident that she scratched your nose. Quote unquote, third paragraph. At this time, she continued to yell at me and point her 3-inch acrylic fingernails into my face, scratching my nose. You see that?
Yes, but into my face.
You have to strike out everything after yes.
Over. Motion's denied.
And you were clear at your deposition that you had changed the story to Cardi supposedly cutting your cheek, not her nose, right?
No.
You specifically testified to that, didn't you?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
At your deposition, you specifically testified that you were not scratched on your nose that day, you were scratched on your cheek.
She touched my nose, but she scratched my cheek.
Okay, but in the incident report, you state scratching my nose, right? You have to answer audibly.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And in fact, you demonstrated at the deposition how Cardi B supposedly was nose to nose with you, but jabbed your cheek. Is that true?
Yes.
And if we could show that. This is the video of the deposition where plaintiff demonstrates how she was supposedly scratched on the cheek.
Do we have a page in mind?
That's the deposition video. We may have to come back to that.
Just you have to identify by page and line.
Well, we'll have to come back to that because I don't have that. I have the deposition video. Actually, well, I don't want to hold things up. We'll do that a little bit later. And you admitted at your deposition that there is no scar on your nose, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, we can play that back for you if you like. But did you testify at your deposition that there is no scar on your nose?
I'm not sure.
Well, we're working on that. And in your response, your verified response to the written discovery that was served on you in this case, and specifically the special interrogatory, interrogatories number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 14, 25, 26, 27, and 28, that Cardi beat you about the head, face, and body. Isn't that what you did?
Your Honor, I'm objecting because I don't have the number of special rog he's talking about, the set and the date.
I haven't used it yet.
What he's asking her about, I want to know what he's talking about.
Why don't you break it down?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Why don't you break it down to the specifics?
Sure.
Interrogatory.
Well, in light of counsel's objection, I can show the witness.
It might be faster if you just read the interrogatory and the response.
Bear with me for a second. And for counsel, it's plaintiff's responses to defendant Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1.
Is that the 2022?
Yes, sir.
August 9/22?
May I answer? I just don't like counsel talking to
You
each
just
other.
clarify.
Okay, yes. Counsel, it is, the verification under oath is dated August 9, 2022.
Thank you.
And if I can direct you to interrogatory number 1 at page 4. And sorry, it's a long one. I'm trying to. I mean, I don't want to hold this up, so I'm going to have to go back to it because somewhere in this long bolded thing of a page and a half, there's references to what I'm looking for. Oh, I got it. Page 4, beginning line 17.
I'm sorry, what was that?
At page 4, line 17 of plaintiff's sworn response to Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1, the interrogatory, the response states, and among other things, in specific, on or about February 24, 2018, plaintiff was lawfully working as a security guard on or near the premises of the subject property when defendant Belcaris Almanzar assaulted and battered plaintiff by violently, unlawfully, intentionally, suddenly, and maliciously striking her about the head, face, and body. Do you recall swearing to that under oath?
Yes.
And we can go back to the way you demonstrated this alleged assault on your cheek at your deposition. If we could please play the video associated with 55 minutes 9 seconds to 56 minutes 6 seconds.
Is there a question and answer?
Oh, those are pages and lines. I'm sorry. Page 55, line 9 to page 56, line 6.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
When Cardi put a finger in your face, where in your face was it?
She struck me on my nose and on my cheek. She wears her nails very long, very bedazzled, very sharp. So yes.
And you said it made contact with your nose?
Yes, and my face.
And so 2 times she touched you?
Yes, so she was like this.
When you say like this, she put her finger?
Pointing, yes, so like this. Pointing her finger at my face, yes.
And it touched your nose?
Yes.
What part of your nose?
Whatever part of the nose that the nail landed on, yes.
Oh, I mean, is it the bottom, the middle, the top?
I'm not sure.
And which cheek did she touch?
My left cheek.
Thank you. Do you remember giving that testimony?
Yes.
You took pictures of the cut, that you supposedly suffered after this, or during this alleged assault. And you took pictures way back in 2018, but somehow can't find them. Is that what you testified to?
Yes.
And you testified when counsel was asking you questions that you decided you didn't want to be a security guard anymore. Isn't that true?
Yes.
In fact, you were fired. Isn't that true?
Objection, Your Honor. We discussed this at length.
Overruled.
Isn't that the truth? You were actually fired by Allied for acting unprofessionally as a security guard. Isn't that true?
Same objection.
Overruled.
Yes.
And in the incident report, you apologized to your employer, Allied, for acting unprofessionally and exposing them to potential liability. Isn't that true?
Was there an answer?
I'm sorry?
Was there an answer?
No, I guess we need a report, but if it helps, maybe I can direct her to the second page.
Yes.
And after you were terminated as a security guard, you got a new job that paid more money than the security guard job paid, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you consulted with Dr. McKenzie, excuse me. That was because you filed a workers' comp claim, right?
Yes.
And so you filed a workers' comp claim against Allied, and that's why you met with Dr. McKenzie, correct?
Yes.
And you met with her in April of 2018?
Yes.
And you testified at your deposition that you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened on February 24, 2018, right?
Yes.
Okay. In this action, you served, well, you were a patient of Kaiser Permanente, correct?
Yes.
And in this action, we obtained a copy of your medical records from, let's see, beginning June 8, 2023. Bear with me for a second, please. Actually, it goes back, I think, further, but Have you seen those records?
I'm not sure.
Isn't it, well, I hate to ask this question, but they did diagnose you as having severe obesity, correct?
Yes.
And they did conclude that you had full capacity and no history of patient status change. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
The only pains that you complained of, January 25, 2021, December 27, 2021, were belly pain and low back pain, right?
Objection calls for expert opinion.
Overruled.
Correct?
Yes.
And you hurt your finger at one point, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, I can show it to you, but let's just move on. You had various things, tailbone pain, right hamstring pain, but you had no report, no reference in 161 pages of medical records to a scratch on your face. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there's no reference in 161 pages of medical records to anxiety, post-traumatic stress syndrome, blows to your head or face. Correct?
Yes.
That only came up when you filed this lawsuit, right?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Also, you were in a car accident in 2021, isn't that true?
Yes.
And hit your head.
Yes.
You were in a car accident again in November of 2023 on Pico Boulevard, right?
I'm not sure if it was on Pico, but it was in that area, yes.
Right. You sued over that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, if I may, if I could just consult with my colleague, I think I may be close to done. If you can bear with me. We talked about how you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened, right?
Yes.
And you told her that Cardi B almost scratched you. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure saying almost.
You know the person at Women's Healthcare who intervened when you were basically assaulting Cardi B, don't you?
No.
Well, isn't it true that 3 weeks after that event, you called up Tiara Malcolm, the receptionist, who put her body in between yours and Cardi B's and took your blows? You called her up to try and get her to help you in this case. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure.
Let me just check one thing. Sorry, I want to be thorough. I'm just double checking. I also want to just reiterate that in your deposition, you testified under oath that Cardi spit on you after Ms. Malcolm and others came out of the doctor's office to try and stop you from going after Cardi B. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And in your incident report, you reported to your boss, your supervisor, that Cardi supposedly spit at you before people came out because of all the yelling. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I think that's all the questions I have for this witness.
All right.